These are easily the best rewards I've gotten from one of these quests, a marquee level 6 plate. Some of you may not know, but BSG has started a pre-Halloween event Tarkov this weekend. From interviews I have seen of Nikita recently, he has played this year's event to be something big, which this event leads me to think he wasn't kidding. For this event, there are 3 quests which range from simple to hard. The first being Night of the Cult, where you just need to kill 5 cultists. The spawn chances have been increased to around 25% on some maps, all the way up to 60%, and they are found on Customs, Woods, Shoreline, Lighthouse, Streets, Ground Zero, and Night Factory. I only recommend Shoreline, Customs, and Factory for most of it until the later quests, and I will tell you why here in a minute. What you need to know right away is that all these quests give you marked room keys for some of the most juiced areas in Tarkov. So you need to do these, as you may need the keys for what's to come next. Now after you bag your first 5 is when the fun really starts, as you have to hunt down the new bosses, which you can imagine as the goons dressed up in cult-like outfits. And they have different weapons which are a little bit busted, as one of them is running around with an M60 and a level 5 face shield. So that AI of Night just running you down with the M60, be afraid. Be very, very afraid. The last quest is killing 15 cultists on each of the maps they spawn on, which is just a grind, and it will take some time since on most maps you only see 3 of them max for a given raid, and that's with everybody also hunting them down, so good luck out there. Remember when I said I recommend 3 maps? That is because on both Shoreline and Customs I've seen groups of 5 cultists spawning with the new cult bosses normally mixed in. This also applies to Woods, but you have to fight them around Scav Bunker, which has been a terrible area to fight, so I don't recommend it unless you're daring. You can also find them on Lighthouse, where the goons typically spawn in the back of water treatments, but again, not the funnest area to fight them, so that's why I recommend Customs and Shoreline. The bosses spawn in any location that the goons currently spawn at on any given map that they are on. Night Factory is on my list just because it's easy to get the kills, as it's a small map, and if they already have been killed, you can just exit right away, as the exits are everywhere. And you can just re-queue again. So for the rest of this is just putting on your tinfoil hat, and from what I've heard from other streamers as well as BSG devs and interviews and everything like that, I definitely am thinking that these keys that we are getting are going to end up being needed for something in the Halloween event. Going to these rooms to find specific cult-like items. Kind of weird that they're just giving away all these high value keys for no reason. So it makes me really believe that there might be a cause for these keys in the part that's to come. The first 2 quests might take you a couple hours. The last quest, that would kind of be more determined by your luck, but that one will be more of a grind. Definitely recommend trying to grind it out if you have the time, but at least completing the first 2 quests should give you most of the access that you're going to need if we do need access. Let me know what you think about the event down below. I'm excited to see what people are thinking about the new cultist bosses. So far from the few interactions I've had with them, they are a pain in the ass, but they're really fun and they actually give some decent rewards, unlike the other cultists, which is usually a hit or miss. Even the cultist police, new cult bosses, are pretty juiced, so definitely worth fighting them if you can find them and not die to other BMCs. So good luck on your hunt out there, and I will see you in the next one.